I see you guys. I see you. At the beginning, you start trading that new shiny object, that new shiny strategy. It's no matter what the market is doing, you start just trading it. You don't care what the market's doing. You learn a new strategy and you start doing it. Maybe that strategy is great for high volatility environment. Maybe that strategy you just learned is good for a low volatility environment. You don't care. You don't do any back testing. You just jump right in and start doing that strategy. Another big error that I see people doing is chasing. They chase the latest shiny object. They chase gold up. They chase Bitcoin up. They chase oil up. They chase that latest guru that's getting some views on YouTube because the YouTube algorithm is recommending them to you. And then what happens? You start chasing, you're making a little money, and guess what? That new guru that you're following on YouTube has probably never seen a big drawdown. Uncle Tony has seen big drawdown. So I have to tell you a secret. Learning a strategy is only 30% of your successful trading. What? Did Tony say 30%? Yeah. The strategy is only 30% of your successful trading. And you guys sometimes are putting 100% of everything on the strategy. Guess what? Tony, what is the other 70%? Well, the other 70% depends on you. Depends on your emotions, depends on your trade side, depends on market conditions, depends on your bias, depends on how much capital you have, depends on how much risk tolerance you have, depends on how well you manage your trades, how well you manage that strategy, how well you entered that strategy. It also, that 70% depends on how you take losses, when you take profit. So actually, the trading is 70% you, 30% the strategy. Trading is in your hands. Once you know how to trade, trading is actually in your hands. It's not the strategy's fault. It's not the market's fault. It's not the stock's fault. The fault belongs to you because you control everything that happens with the trade. When you start trading out a new strategy, I would say you have to give the strategy at least 4 months. 4 months, why? Because you have to back test that strategy. But if you don't like me, I'm not really a back testing guy with the software. I like to back test stuff with the real money, with real trades. And how do you back test something with real trades and real money? You trade it very, very small. And if you trade something for 4 months, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you're going to have good entries, you're going to have bad entries. And if you record every trade while learning a new strategy, you're going to learn those setups. You're going to learn what is a good setup, what is a bad setup, and you're going to learn to trade that strategy. So when I started to really improve my trading, I started writing down every single trade I made. And also, I organized that trading log or trading book by strategy, not by product type, not by underlying, but by strategy. And then at the end of the year, what I would do is look back at all the strategies that have made me money and look back at all of the strategies that have lost me money. And then I said to myself, why do I keep doing those stupid strategies that lose me money? They're always the same strategies. And guess what? This there are some strategies that you need to get lucky for them to work. You know what I'm talking about. You put on that 10% probability of profit trade and it hits. And guess what? You think you're a genius. No, that means you got really lucky. It's like hitting the red 28 on the roulette. I don't know if there's a red 28, but if you hit it, that means you got lucky. As you know, one of Uncle Tony's uh, basic rules is death before debit. And when I mean death before debit, I actually mean death before extrinsic value. So when I was analyzing my trades at the end of the year, guess what? All or most of my losing trades were trades where I paid for extrinsic value, where I didn't follow my rule of death before debit. I was either buying long calls when I hoping the market will ramp up very, very hard, or I was buying long puts hoping the market crashed, and I was buying them in size. I was paying a lot of extrinsic value. I was actually taking huge risk because I thought the market was going to crash or I thought the market was going to rip higher. So I bought a shitload of puts when I thought the market was crying, and I also bought a shitload of calls when I thought they were going up. and I was spending a lot of extrinsic value, very hard uh, earned money that I wasted down the toilet. And then, of course, those trades, I ended up losing money. So for me, when I analyzed and back tested my own trades, I wrote them down and I decided once and for all, I would stop paying for extrinsic value, paying for those dumb debits. So, and then I started to avoiding losing money on the stupid trade. And guess what? Most of my other trades were making money, and I didn't have to fight and make up trades for stupid trades. You know how you have five good trades and you have one bad trade, and that bad trade eliminated all those five winning trades? So that's what I wanted. I wanted to eliminate that one trade that wiped out all my profits.